Hey, it's Kendra and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be starting a series called How to Succeed in College. Since a lot of you really love the college videos that I do, I thought I would just make a whole series of them. And I actually did this on my blog, so I thought it'd be cool to transfer some of those ideas onto my channel since my readers have really been liking those posts and everything. So I thought it would be really great to do some of these on my channel. I don't know if I'm going to be doing every single post, make a video out of it, but we'll see. I mean, just let me know how you guys like them. Today I'm going to be talking about mental health in college, basically just some preventative measures for anxiety, depression, all of that, and then what you can do if you're feeling the stress a little bit hard. But before I get into this video, make sure you are subscribed to my channel down below for more videos like these and just to stay up to date with my channel. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. So first I'm going to be talking about some preventative measures, and I'm just basically going to be talking through my blog post essentially. So the first one is to try and organize your schedule as much as possible. So this is really beneficial because then you'll be knowing what you need to do and when you need to do it. I find that if I'm really struggling to kind of stay on top of all the tasks I need to do, then I'm really struggling with anxiety because I'm worrying about deadlines that I don't know or deadlines that just kind of sprung up on me. So I find that if I keep myself as organized as possible, I can really stay on top of everything I need to get done, especially if you're really involved in university life, if you have a lot of work to do, if you have a lot of homework, you know, if you have an internship, things like that. Just really try and keep yourself as organized as possible so then you kind of are on top of things and you won't feel anxious. I'm sure you will feel anxious, especially if you're prone to that, but it will help to kind of keep on top of that anxiety, because I'm sure if any of you are anxious, then you understand that not being organized can really be hard and can be really stressful. And my second preventative measure is to try and get assignments done as early as possible, as well as study early for tests. So this is really tricky in college, as I'm sure a lot of you know. It can be really hard to try and get your things done early when you have a lot of assignments, but just try as hard as you can. Just write down all the deadlines that you have for the quarter or semester, whatever system you're on, in your planner, so you know that when all of the due dates are going to be, so you don't feel like, again, things are sprung up on you. But when you get things done early, then you have a little bit of time for any extra assignments that get assigned to you, any extra tests, surprise quizzes, anything like that. So really doing this beforehand is really helpful. And if you start to study early for tests, then you won't be super overwhelmed before. You won't have to cram, and this will really help you not be really nervous and really anxious about things. When you're leaving everything to the last minute, that makes yourself way more prone to stressing out and worrying about these deadlines and freaking out right before. So save yourself the heartache. I have learned the hard way, and try and get things done as early as possible. And my third tip is, again, kind of difficult in college, but it is to try and get enough sleep. This can be really hard in college, especially when you have a lot going on, and if you have work, a social life, all of that, it can be really hard, but just try your best to get enough sleep, or as much sleep as you possibly can. So if you can't get, a full 8 hours, try and take a nap at least throughout the day. Even just a 20-minute power nap can be really helpful and kind of reset your mind. But when you're really tired all the time, then it's going to be so much easier to get depressed, get anxious, especially if you're already prone to these things. Even if you're not, you can develop anxiety and depression and all of that. So try and get enough sleep to really help your mind be as sharp as it can and just really give it some rest, because it's really important to reset your mind at the end of the day so you're really fresh for the next day. I find that I'm less anxious after I take a nap or when I wake up in the morning. It really helps, so try and get as much sleep as you can. And my fourth tip is to try and work out as much as possible. So same thing with sleep. When you're working out, you're not really focusing on stress and everything, especially if you're listening to music or watching a show or something. And it really helps to get those endorphins running throughout your body. So I am a total gym rat. I love working out every single day. I work out in the mornings to kind of start my day off on a really positive note, and I find that this really helps my anxiety. If I don't work out on a day, then I find that day is really just filled with anxiety, because I kind of just need to get that extra energy out, right, honestly. So it really helps me just getting the extra energy out, really, going for a run and all of that. It just helps kind of reset my mind, and it helps me focus on something else. If I'm really stressed before a test or something, then I kind of focus on, at least I have like an hour focused on running or doing some workouts, like some ab workouts, whatever. Just try and follow a workout regimen, and it doesn't have to be anything too crazy. If you're not like a huge on working out, just go walk on a treadmill or something, or do some ab workouts, like a really easy one, do some yoga, any physical activity honestly is really great, even going on a walk outside. And now some things to do if you are feeling stressed out already, if you're feeling depressed, anxious, anything like that. Let's get right into these tips. So the first one is to get your mind off whatever you're stressing about or whatever is really bothering you or making you upset. This sounds really obvious, but it is really important. If you're really stressing out about something and there's not something that you can immediately do to change it, get your mind off of it. If it's not going to help to sit there and worry about it, then you should try and focus on something else. My dad always told me this: if I can't change something, then either, do something about it or change your mindset, whatever. And it is kind of harsh, but it is really helpful to just focus on something else. Take your mind off of it, watch a show, get some sleep, whatever you want to do. This really, really helps, and it'll help you feel less anxious, which I know any of you with anxiety, that can be really hard, but if you start doing it, slowly and slowly, it'll start helping and you'll get better at this. But really try and get your mind off of it, do something else, do some extra assignments, study early, anything like that. Just really try and get your mind off of it, go talk to a friend, something like that. It'll really help. And related to that, my second tip is to talk it out. So doing this, even if you go to a therapist, if you talk to your parents, if you talk to your best friends, someone that you know who will listen to you, this really, really helps. Getting another perspective on something you're stressing out about is really beneficial. If you have a problem, maybe they have a solution. When you talk through your anxiety, I don't know, it's different if you're having a panic attack, everybody's different and everybody reacts differently to anxiety and stress. So maybe you don't like to talk it out, but if you think it will help, might as well try it. Talk to somebody you know who loves you and who won't judge you or anything, or won't offer any harsh criticism. Just go and talk to them, be like, hey, I'm having a hard time, I'm really stressed out, I'm feeling depressed. Hopefully they'll be there for you and you'll be able to talk to them and kind of talk through it. And I don't know, that always really helps me getting another perspective on it, and I kind of talk myself down and I'm not so stressed out and so freaked out about it. And my friends really helped me get there. And number 3 is to get some fresh air. So I really love doing this. I love the outdoors. I love going for hikes and everything. But going outside, getting some fresh air really refreshes you and gives you a new perspective when you go back to a task that's really stressing you out or making you depressed. It's kind of easier because you feel like you have a little mini reset on your head. Or if you're just completely freaking out, it's really great to get outside and not feel like you're confined, which sometimes when I'm really, really anxious, being confined in one room just pushes me over the edge, and going outside and feeling like open space, you're not inside a building, that really helps me. I don't know, it's just sometimes I feel so confined in like walls if I'm doing a lot of homework or a lot of studying. I can just start to feel like I'm totally stuck. So going outside really helps you kind of refresh your mind, your outlook, and it just makes you feel better, honestly. Especially if it's a sunny day, make sure to get some vitamin D because that can be really helpful. And number 4 is related, but it's just to change your scenery. So if you're in a room where you always stress out, then eventually your body is just gonna be entering that room and immediately feel stressed or depressed or anything like that. Or if you've been in a room for a really long time and you're starting to really feel anxious, go and just change your scenery. Getting out of what you're used to can be really great and kind of give you a new outlook. Even if it's your own bedroom that you tend to stress out in, maybe you put up some new art on your walls, change your bed location, move your desk around. Just adding any new stimulus in your room can really help sometimes. So I don't know, I find that this really helps me if I'm in a room for a long time. Again, like I said, I just feel stuck. So just changing your scenery, you don't have to go outside if you don't want to. Go to the library, go to a different library. If you've already been in the library for a while, go outside. Go to a cafe, anything like that. Just change your scenery and change what you're looking at. It'll give yourself a nice refresh, and it'll be just really great to kind of shake things up. And my 5th tip sounds kind of dumb, but it is to laugh. So if you have a friend who always makes you laugh, or if you have your favorite TV show like Parks and Recreation, which you should definitely watch if you haven't, anything that'll make you laugh, go and do it. It'll make you feel better, I promise. Laughter definitely is the best medicine. It releases, endorphins, and it just makes yourself feel a little bit better. Even if it's just for a moment, sometimes that's all you need to feel better, to feel less anxious, to feel less depressed, or it just, you know, makes yourself kind of look at things differently. You're like, okay, this situation that I'm freaking out about will get better, and it's not worth all of this effort stressing out about. I don't know, I just really find that it makes me feel better when I'm able to laugh. I personally, I'll just go to my friends who I know will make me laugh, and I'll just be like, just talk to me, tell me a joke, make me laugh, something. It really does help. And my sixth and final tip is to make some art or be creative in any way. So for me, I absolutely love watercoloring and brush lettering. So if I'm feeling really stressed, I will just go and start to paint. You know, of course, if I have a lot to do, I'm not able to do this, but when I do this, I feel so much less stressed and less depressed. I definitely get this from my mom, because when she's really stressed out, she goes and just draws. So creativity is just a really big part of my life. So if I am stuck in a monotonous task that's really making me anxious, if I just go out, you know, get creative, start painting, then it puts my mind at ease. I'm thinking about something else. It's really just like therapy, honestly. It's just really great for your mind. And if you're not a creative person, you know, it can be hard. I totally understand that if making art isn't your thing, just do whatever else that you love. If you love reading, go and do that, which I do love reading, so I will do that too. If you love writing, if you love taking pictures, if you just love watching TV, just go and do that. Go and do whatever makes you happy and whatever takes your mind off of your stress or depression or anything like that. Go surround yourself with loved ones. Go pet some dogs, anything like that that'll make you feel better. Just go and do it for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, as long as you want or as short as you want. All right, well, those are my tips for how to stay on top of your mental health in college. It can be really difficult with balancing classes and work and a social life and all of that stuff, but it can be done. If you really feel like you need help, please go out and get help. Don't ever think that you need to do anything really drastic to change your situation. If you're feeling suicidal, please call someone. I'll leave some like hotlines in the link down below. If you ever feel like you're going to harm yourself in any way, please go and get help. Talk to someone, talk to your friends, your family, you know, or call a hotline or anything. It can be really hard in college. I totally understand that. And you know, anxiety can really get you down sometimes, as well as depression or a combination of the both, or any other mental illness can be really aggravated with college. So just try and stay on top of it. And if you really do need help, you know, go to a therapist. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Go talk to a professional and get some help, get a new outlook. It is really worth it if you really feel like it'll help you. I definitely suggest doing that. That was my little spiel at the end. I hope you guys liked this video and it was helpful. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave in the comments down below if you liked this video and if you want to see more in this series. I hope you guys are having an awesome day and that you're not stressing out too much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.